got here fast.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the times actors made the executive choice to do their scene in the nude.
The bed looked so beautiful and I was overcome with foolishness. I'm sorry.
Number 20, Viggo Mortensen, Eastern Promises. It's clear that this Scandinavian-American hunk took the role of Russian gangster Nikolai Luzhin very seriously.
You're in very wrong place, Anna Ivanovna. You belong in there, with nice people. Stay away from people like me.
Not only did Mortensen immerse himself in his character's culture and even communicate with actual Russian mafia members, but he insisted on being completely naked to shoot the action-packed bathhouse scene. What begins as a soothing steam culminates in a fight that the actors actually choreographed themselves, in accordance with director David Cronenberg's desire for authenticity. And for an extra layer of vulnerability, both Mortensen and Cronenberg decided Luzhin needed to be naked throughout. The result is an infamously violent and gritty sequence. Number 19, Shannon Elizabeth, American Pie. In this classic teen comedy, Elizabeth plays Nadia, a foreign exchange student who unknowingly becomes part of a stunt that involves a webcam.
Hey, guys, check this out. Oh my God.
Protagonist Jim secretly records Nadia as she explores his porn collection, and a very private moment ensues, for multiple strangers to see.
Strip.
Strip?
Slowly.
Many years later in 2020, the actress would discuss her part in the film in Danny Wolf's documentary, Skin, A History of Nudity in the Movies. Here, Elizabeth revealed, get it, that she improvised certain movements to add to the scene's comedic awkwardness. The situation may come across as a bit creepy to viewers today, but the actress's willingness to bear it all helped drive home the film's genre-defining status. Number 18, Katherine Han, Agatha All Along. This MCU miniseries premiered on Disney Plus in 2024 to widespread popularity. Katherine Han stars as the powerful and enigmatic witch Agatha Harkness, previously seen in the WandaVision series. In the first episode, Agatha realizes she's lost all her powers.
You seem pretty lucid for a change. Aggressive even.
To emphasize that Agatha had been stripped of her abilities and identity, Han made the bold choice to shed her clothes for this pivotal scene. Although the script had Agatha wear a robe, Han believed her character wouldn't care about being naked in her front yard. This leads to an important, yet hilarious moment where a frantic, nude Agatha confronts her bewildered neighbor.
Because you're naked.
Number 17, Oscar Isaac, Scenes from a Marriage. In this 2021 HBO miniseries, Isaac and his longtime friend Jessica Chastain both deliver intense, raw performances.
Everything that you hated about me, somebody else would love me for exactly the same thing. They would accept me for exactly who I am.
Well, either they're lying or they're very inexperienced.
But Isaac's on-screen nudity wasn't as planned as viewers might think. Chastain agreed to go fully nude for the series, but on one condition. She and Isaac had to show the same amount of skin.
So like there's a shower scene that I have in episode 2,
right?
And you see my body. And so now like we see his body.
Isaac agreed without realizing how much the camera would actually make obvious. And it wasn't until he got a good look at the episode that he discovered just how exposed he was. This unintentional yet daring moment added another layer of realism to the intense marital drama, making the chemistry between the leads all the more memorable.
How are you not ashamed?
I've never been more ashamed in my whole life.
Number 16, Will Ferrell, Old School. Ferrell's performance in this 2003 comedy classic helped cement him as a household name.
We're going streaking through the quad!
One of the most memorable moments comes when his character, Frank the Tank Ricard, drunkenly streaks down a busy street, only to be caught by his new wife.
Frank!
Hey, honey!
Ferrell has explained that his choice to perform the stunt himself wasn't just for shock value. Rather, it had purpose. He was fully committed because the scene fit perfectly with Frank's downward spiral, and the authenticity of the act added to the impact. Ferrell's fearlessness in this scene solidified his status as a comedy legend.
Honey, do you think KFC's still open?
Number 15, Ava Mendes, Training Day. Mendes may not have had a large role in this 2001 crime thriller, but her intuition made a lasting impact.
This is your house. I'll be right back.
Her character wasn't originally meant to be nude during the tense scene between Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington.
Congratulations, son. You made it. You passed the test. You're a knock. You're in.
However, during filming, Mendes suggested to director Antoine Fuqua that it would make sense for her character to be naked. Mendes later explained that, like many others on this list, she has no problem shedding her clothes.
All right, let me see your hands. Where is he?
The window.
If it serves the story and is done for artistic reasons rather than exhibitionism. Ultimately, Mendes' decision to bare all added a layer of realism to the film. Number 14. Donald Sutherland, National Lampoon's Animal House. Sutherland, who passed away in June 2024, was a celebrated and sought-after actor. So when he was cast in Animal House as Professor Dave Jennings, he didn't take the silly throwaway role too seriously.
Anybody like to smoke some pot?
In fact, he spent a lot of his time on set joking around with co-star John Belushi. During one scene, Sutherland decided to drop his underwear and flash his bare bottom, assuming the gag wouldn't make the final cut. But it did. Sutherland's playful improvisation paid off, becoming one of his favorite on-screen moments, and even helping co-star Karen Allen feel more at ease with her own nude scene. Number 13. Jessica Chastain, Memory. This Juilliard alumna has enjoyed phenomenal success, earning an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and more for her immersive acting style.
Here's Anna.
Would you like to come and sit down?
Anna!
In 2023, Chastain starred opposite Peter Sarsgaard in Michel Franco's Memory, which received excellent reviews, as well as an epic 8-minute standing ovation at the Venice International Film Festival.
Get the away from me!
The script originally called for a gripping encounter in a bedroom, but Chastain suggested moving it to a bathtub instead. From there, she and Sarsgaard improvised a passionate and emotionally charged sequence, which they completed in a single take. It beautifully showcased two great actors delving into their characters' complex relationship. Number 12. Lena Dunham, Girls. As both the creator and star of this HBO series, Dunham aimed to portray real women in their 20s with honesty and vulnerability.
What do you want?
I just want someone who wants to hang out all the time and thinks I'm the best person in the world and wants to have sex with only me.
Her character, Hannah, is impulsive, narcissistic, neurotic, and on many occasions, nude.
I can't take a serious naked picture of myself, okay? That's just not who I am.
Wouldn't be who you are.
By frequently appearing naked, Dunham defied Hollywood's conventional standards of who should or shouldn't be shown nude on screen. Her portrayal promoted body positivity and challenged the industry's narrow definitions of beauty. Dunham also emphasized the importance of sexual expression, giving herself the freedom to depict Hannah authentically, with all her flaws and imperfections.
I do a lot of sex scenes in the show, and I'm usually nude for them because unlike so many films we see where women are having sex in like a kind of a perky negligee, a lot of times people get naked to have sex, I think.
Her bold choices helped redefine on-screen nudity, fostering a more inclusive and realistic view of beauty. Number 11. Barry Keoghan, Saltburn. As an actor, when you get an instinct, sometimes it's best to just go with it, even when that instinct is a little, well, unusual. 2023's black comedy thriller Saltburn features Keoghan as Oliver Quick, an Oxford student who befriends the more popular Felix Catton.
I'm sorry I don't know your name. I'm Felix.
Oliver.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver. Oliver, I love you.
Near the end, Quick visits a graveyard and performs a rather puzzling ritual there, one that involves the removal of clothing. Keoghan improvised this racy scene, wanting to explore a dark, twisted, and lustful place within his character's psyche. This brazen choice paid off, and the film, as well as Keoghan himself, ended up enjoying several accolades. Number 10. Anya Chalotra, The Witcher.
This is not what you came for.
I came for you.
Netflix's The Witcher was a huge hit when it premiered in 2019. One of the biggest breakout stars from it has to be Anya Chalotra as Yennefer of Vengerberg. And no, it's not just because Chalotra opted to film her nude scenes. The female lead and love interest, the title character Yennefer, naturally had multiple revealing scenes in the first season.
I was right about you. You do know something of pleasure. Fleeting, but highly effective, I'll admit.
In an interview with the British newspaper Metro, Chalotra admitted to using a body double in the character's first intimate moment. However, she quickly became uncomfortable with anyone else portraying Yennefer, deeming it all still acting. From there, Chalotra stepped up to film her nude scenes, and we're sure certain viewers did not complain.
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of penis, oh god!
Number 9. Chris Pratt, Parks and Recreation. In a Season 2 episode of this fan-favorite sitcom, Chris Pratt's Andy Dwyer misreads a signal from his ex Anne after she invites him over to her house. Thinking they're getting back together, Andy arrives completely naked.
I said, hey, Andy, it's Anne. Can we talk at my house?
That's not how you said it. You were like, hey, Andy, it's Anne. Can you talk at my house?
Oh my God, you're such a baby.
It's a funny moment as Amy Poehler's Leslie is the one to open the door, but Pratt didn't feel like he was getting the best response from Poehler and Rashida Jones.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop my trowel as an improv. She'll open the door, and then that will be the take that they'll use, right? By the way, it is the take that they use.
Instead of another take with the approved nude boxers, Pratt opted to do the stunt for real. One reaction Pratt didn't anticipate was that of NBC, which wrote him a very stern rebuking of his actions for not getting consent from cast and crew.
It said, first of all, this is not a joke. You're being reprimanded. This is the last warning. It can't happen again. And also, we don't want you going around and talking about this letter like it was some kind of joke.
While there wasn't much behind-the-scenes fallout, we have to agree with the network. Number 8, Kate Winslet, Ammonite.
Mary, my Mary. Can't believe you're here. How was the journey? I wish you would have let me send a carriage.
Feels a very long way from Lyme.
Since as far back as the 90s, Kate Winslet has shown her dedication to her roles, even if it means doing things other actors would find uncomfortable. So it comes as no surprise that she reportedly turned down using a body double for this 2020 romantic drama.
Your proposition makes me feel like some fancy bird in a gilded cage.
In the film, Winslet plays real-life paleontologist Mary Anning. Depicting Anning's supposed relationship with geologist Charlotte Murchison, Winslet naturally had multiple intimate scenes with co-star Saoirse Ronan and jumped at the chance to be her real 40-something self post-children. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she also said that she didn't shrink or change herself for the sake of being naked, but rather the opposite. We, for one, can definitely respect that.
To bed. Won't that wait till the morning?
Father would turn in his grave if he thought I'd gone to bed without cleaning his tools.
Good night.
Number 7, Joseph Morgan, Titans. Actors often work hard to get into shape for a role, and if part of that training is for a nude scene, why shouldn't they get to show off if they want to? Actor Joseph Morgan stepped into some big shoes when he joined the live-action Titans series in Season 4 to play the iconic villain Brother Blood. Midway through the season, the character has a dramatic and fitting appearance as he steps out of a pool of blood with nothing covering him but the red substance.
Your transformation is now complete.
Morgan told TV Line that he was offered a double, but turned it down to make his training all the more worthwhile and do the comics moment justice on screen. Let's just hope for him, though, it was corn syrup.
Come, we must prepare for the journey ahead.
What's next?
Next, we bring back your father.
Number 6, Hugh Jackman, X-Men Days of Future Past. While Titans is a streaming show, you really don't expect nudity in a big screen superhero adaptation. But thanks to Hugh Jackman, we got it.
Basically, your body will go to sleep while your mind travels back in time. As long as you're back there, past and present will continue to coexist. But once you wake up, whatever you've done will take hold and become history.
In this generation-bridging sequel, Jackman's iconic Wolverine has his consciousness traveled back in time to 1973, precisely to a moment where he awakes next to a beautiful woman. Jackman was asked by producers whether Wolverine would be wearing boxers or briefs to bed, but Jackman explained that if the mutant had done the dirty deed the night before, he'd be all natural.
And what happened to your clothes?
Would you believe me if I told you I was sent here from the future?
So they filmed a scene of Wolverine looking at himself in the mirror, with Jackman bearing it all. Well, technically Jackman wore a green sock in case they had to digitally erase, well, you know.
Obviously it's PG-13, so you can't have bits and pieces flying about, right? Yeah, the censors in America don't like that kind of stuff.
Number 5, Jennifer Lawrence, Red Sparrow. For some actors, nude scenes can unfortunately make them feel objectified and boxed in. For others, it can conversely be liberating, which is thankfully what Jennifer Lawrence experienced while filming Red Sparrow. In 2014, Lawrence and several other celebrities had their privacies breached when nude photos made their way online, which Lawrence called unbelievably violating. When Lawrence was offered the lead role in the spy film Red Sparrow, she leaped at the opportunity.
Don't look at her. I want to watch you do it.
Director Francis Lawrence, no relation, gave her final say about any sexually explicit material, but Jennifer Lawrence left it all in. In fact, the latter Lawrence later stated how the experience had her feeling empowered.
They all went in at like 3 in the morning to set up heaters because it was like a very Hungarian winter.
And I was always complaining about being cold. And so I came in and it was like so toasty and warm. And I was like, what are you doing with this heat? My nipples are gonna be huge.
If there's any actor's enthusiasm regarding nudity we can get behind, it's Lawrence's. Number 4, Ken Jeong, The Hangover. Musician turned actor Ken Jeong already had a few film roles prior to 2009's The Hangover, but his infectious energy ensured that this would be the one he'd be remembered for, and it all started with this scene.
What was that? It's in the trunk. Drugs in the trunk!
At one point, the Wolfpack opens a car trunk hoping to find their missing friend, only to be attacked with a crowbar by a naked stranger.
This isn't your fault. I'll get you some pants.
The scene wasn't originally written with nudity in it, but seeing a golden opportunity, Jung suggested it to director Todd Phillips, whom Jung later recalled responding, "You don't have to tell me twice."
I pitched it to the director, Todd Phillips. Do you think I could be naked in this scene? He goes, "You don't have to tell me twice." And he literally made me sign a waiver. He made me sign something.
You put nudity in your clause.
Yeah, he literally made me sign something in 30 minutes so I wouldn't change my mind because he knew that would be the right thing for the movie.
Just like that, one of the most hilariously surprising movie moments was born. A few scenes later, and Jung's portrayal of Mr. Chow made him a bona fide comedy star.
Why, when I come after you guys, he starts screaming like crazy and throw me in trunk? Huh?
No. Well, I did that? Yeah, you said he was your lucky charm, and you want to take him home with you.
Lucky charm.
Oh, it's just funny.
Number 3, Emma Stone, The Favorite. It doesn't get any more improvised than Emma Stone's decision while shooting The Favorite. In Yorgos Lanthimos' historical comedy, Stone plays Abigail Hill, who vies with her cousin Sarah to be the titular favorite to Olivia Colman's Queen Anne.
You're so beautiful. Stop it, you mock me. I do not. If I were a man, I would ravish you. Enough.
The film plays on the speculation that Anne had affairs with both women, and at one point, Rachel Weisz's Sarah catches Abigail sleeping in bed with the Queen. As Stone later recalled, they did a few shots with a sheet covering her, at which point she thought being exposed would work as Abigail's dig against Sarah.
Oh my god, you actually think you have won? Haven't I?
Colman tried to dissuade Stone from doing it, but Lanthimos trusted her instincts, marking the actor's first ever nude scene. And as far as the story is concerned, it works.
Apologies again, Your Majesty.
What happened to your dress?
Wolves.
Number 2, Jason Seagull, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Male nudity is far less common than that of the female variety, and it's the expectation not to see the whole package that makes this scene so funny. In the film's opening sequence, Jason Seagull's Peter greets his TV star girlfriend with a little show, but she isn't there for fun times. She's there to break up with him.
Peter, as you know, I love you very much.
Are you breaking up with me?
Just when we're used to little Peter being off screen, Big Peter drops his towel and we see everything.
You just put some clothes on, okay?
I'm not gonna go put clothes on. I know what that means. If I put clothes on, it's over.
Seagull, who also wrote the movie, based the sequence on a real-life dumping he experienced that he really was naked for. While Seagull said he, unlike Peter, did put on clothes, he knew right then and there that it'd make for some choice comedy. And he wasn't wrong.
So I went into my bedroom, and then I spent like 25 minutes picking out an outfit.
The breakup outfit.
Yes, I'm like taking shirts off and throwing them on the ground, then trying pants on that don't quite fit right.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Margot Robbie, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Jordan, this is my friend Naomi.
Hi.
Naomi.
Nice to meet you.
One of the biggest names in Hollywood today, Margot Robbie was actually one of the cast's smallest come The Wolf of Wall Street's release back in 2013. But couple a tremendous performance with a jaw-dropping sex scene, and it's no wonder that she stood out among the high-profile cast.
We're gonna be friends?
Yeah. You want to be my friend?
We're not gonna be friends.
In a movie that's wall-to-wall excess, Naomi and Jordan's first tryst is no different.
You wanna come up for some tea or something?
Tea? Yeah. Like hot tea.
When Naomi wants to make clear her intentions, she presents herself to Jordan wearing nothing more than stockings and heels. Director Martin Scorsese reportedly offered to scale back the nudity, but Robbie insisted, claiming that's exactly what Naomi would do in that situation. It's a testament to Robbie's acting prowess that this moment already ranks relatively low among her career highlights.
My mum saw it. She came to the premiere, so I was sitting next to her, and she saw it. I actually tried to cover her eyes when the nude bits happened, but she pushed my hand away. She was like, "Oh, they'll be fine." And I was like, okay.
Which of these spontaneous streaking sessions did you find the most shocking? Let's talk about it in the comments.
I'm Troy McClure, and I'll leave you with what we all came here to see: hardcore nudity!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.